Hello everybody, if you're watching, we're going to start in a minute. We're going to start practicing our instruments. So get your guitar, your keyboard, your violin ready. I'm going to guide you through some practice exercises. Just bear with me, I have to share the link in various sites. So if you're watching us, you can comment. We'll try to sort out or go through your questions and maybe provide a little help with your instrument. Just bear with me, I have to share the link a few more times and then we'll get started. Alright, hang in there guys, get your guitar ready, piano ready, violin. Nice. Shout out to everyone who's watching us. We're going to get started in a minute. Shout out to Louis Fraser who donated this keyboard for our class. He also helped to teach several of our classes and volunteered his time. We appreciate that. We're still in phase 2 of the pandemic, stay at home. So unfortunately we're not open to the public just yet here at the gallery, but we are going to continue guiding you online through several art and music lessons. So this is another episode. Today I'm going to review several assignments that we did before. So if you want to pan the camera to our music charts, so people can kind of get an idea of what we're going to talk about. And then, while I share the link, and then we'll start our practice. Alright guys, almost done here with sharing the link. Alright, so we're going to get started. I still got a few more links to share, but so Point the camera this way, thank you. All right, so welcome back once again. Efra Luna here with the Cultural Alliance of Long Beach, also with Art, Music, and Culture. I'm doing a guided practice today, lesson slash practice, review, all of the above. So today we're going to go over just pretty much basic things, right? So I'll start off with the let's look at this chart right here. We talked about this is the treble or the G clef, right? Kind of looks like a G right here. Here are the acronyms, right? There's a note on every line, and there's a note on between each line, and there are notes below that, and there are notes above that. So just quick refresh. Every good boy does fine. That acronym will help you remember the notes. All right. So that every good boy does fine. That means that any note that falls on this line, it's going to be E. Any note that falls on this line is going to be G. And you see the G here with the red highlight that we did for you so you can see. And then middle C is between the two clefs. Below here is the F clef or bass clef. And right between these two dots, this line, this line is the F note. So it kind of looks like an F if you connect these two dots, right? So this scale is going up, right? This note. I do want to clarify something that was pointed out to me by Louis, one of our friends here, musician friend. And I looked it up, and sure enough, is right. So we want to clarify that the stems, the notes are properly placed here, but the stems go up if the notes fall below the middle line, right? Below the middle lines, the stems go up. If the note falls above the middle line, the stems go down. So I have to correct this posters, but the notes are placed correctly, but the stems are wrong. If the note is above the middle line, the stem goes down. Now the note that's in the middle line the stem can go up or down. So just to clarify that, just a quick clarification. The notes between the lines of the G clef, they don't have an acronym, but they spell the word face, F-A-C-E, right? So they spell that. So that's another way that it can help you remember the notes, F-A-C-E. So that means any note that falls on this space is F, right? And yeah, there's an F here, there's an F here, there's an F here, and there's similar letters in different spaces. But what that means is that the notes that are lower, they sound more with the bass, right? Like, right? That's C. That's a lower C than actually what we have here. So this C would be this C right here. Right? Middle C will sound like this. Right? And then C above middle C. So I'll switch hands. So yes, this scale is actually perfect for that. You can see that there on the camera. All right, so let's see. So this C right here is this note. D, E, F, G, A, B, C, and that's middle C. And then we got D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Now this chart that we did here is very interesting because it points out to middle C, and middle C and up is 8 notes, right? C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. The note you begin with is always your first note, right? So it's your root note. It's also called your root note. But this is C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. If we count them, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If we count from here, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, very good. So now let's see. All right, so very good, very good. I'm making sure I shared all the. There you go. Now I can actually take your questions if you have any questions. So now that I'm done sharing the link, I'm going to focus on playing the instruments here. All right, let's get this keyboard out of the way. Just put it down here. All right, so if you were playing piano, can you see my hands right there? If you're playing piano, your hands will be assigned a number. Your fingers on your hands will be assigned a number. This is important. Your thumbs are going to be the ones, right? So I'm going to start with the right. 1. This is finger 1 on the right hand side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. For the left hand side, you do the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is for piano. People with piano. Hello, Elizabeth, David Flores. If you, Elizabeth is learning guitar. Elizabeth, estamos haciendo todo. En unos minutos vamos a tocar, a practicar la guitarra. Guitar number for hands is going to be different, okay? Right now I'm talking about piano. Estoy hablando del piano ahorita. Keyboard. The thumbs are the 1, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On both hands, the thumb are the ones, and you start like that. Can you see on the camera now the keyboard? Okay, so on the keyboard, actually I'll do this so you can see a little better. Middle C, which is our note that's actually point at this middle C right here. Right here, you see that? Okay, good. You can. It's on this chart or this chart, but this is probably better. Okay, so this middle C right here, right? Let's focus on that. Now let's go to the keyboard. That middle C, you can see the keyboard right here. Okay, that middle C is this one right here. Okay, middle C. This middle C. The way you find out about keyboard, piano, finding middle C, it's literally in the middle, right? So if this was a piano, it would be larger, right? It would have more keys. But if maybe about this big, maybe larger. So the middle from this part is right here. So this is middle C. But that doesn't really help, right? I mean, so I'm gonna show you a trick. I'm gonna show you a trick to learn. You have 2 black, 3 black, 2 black, 3 black, 2 black, 3 black, 2 black keys, 3 black keys, 2, 3. If you focus on the black keys, you notice the pattern. 2, 3, 2, 3. You can count to 1, 2, and there's a space in between, and then 1, 2, 3. There's a space in between. 1, 2, space. 1, 2, 3, space. So that pattern is important. I gotta just do what I just did, okay? All right, guys, sorry there. My camera is out of memory, but I just have to acknowledge and it'll keep recording. In any case, so what I was pointing out is that if you look at the 2, 3, 2, 3 visual pattern, that means that the note on the left side of the 2 blacks is C. This one is middle C because it's in the middle. This one is C above middle C. That's the next C that's green over there. The higher, the higher C, and the notes repeat themselves. So it's another C up here, right? And so forth. Middle C, and then you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8. Okay? Those of you that are learning guitar, Elizabeth, you're learning guitar. I'm going to show you where middle C is on your guitar. Los que están aprendiendo guitarra, middle C is going to be the strings. There's no C string, right? There's no C string on guitar. No hay una cuerda que se llama C. There's only A, right? This is A. So on the A string, you go 3. 1, 2, 3 spaces. 3 spaces right here. You can see that right there. This one right here. this one on the fifth string. That's one thing I want to mention for guitar players. System for guitars, they go from the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number 1 is on the bottom. All right. So so let me clarify something. A lot of folks, when they're learning, and this happened to me, we always say the first string and we play the top one. We call it the first one because it's closest to us. That's wrong. Okay. The top string is not the first string. One thing I like to do is use the language of the subject. In this case, our subject matter is music, right? So, and that, with that premise, our first note is this one, or our first string actually, first string. The string on the top is our sixth string. So try to speak in the right, with the right vocabulary, and it'll help you a lot better, all right? It'll avoid confusion and all those things. So, string 1, string 2, string 3, 4, 5, 6. Those are the names of the strings. Now earlier I talked about numbering numbers for the piano, right? Piano is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the fingers, right? For the guitar, you use this hand, right? And it's different. Es diferente para la guitarra. The guitar, this is the way it goes for the guitar. 1 with the left hand, con la mano izquierda, left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? For guitar, that's how that goes. So guitar has 3 numbering systems. Number of strings, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the number of strings. Number of fingers, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And then there's another numbering system. The number of frets. You see the little metal things? So this is the nut of the guitar. And that's this plastic right here is kind of serving as a finger, right? So this is open string. This thing is kind of pressing the string right there, right? Holding it right there. So that's 0. This metal right here is an indicator. If you press any string right next to that metal on the back of it, actually, that's fret 1, right? Fret 2, fret 3, fret 4, right? That numbering system is of the frets. Fret 1, fret 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. A lot of guitars have 2 dots right here. That indicates the 12th fret. So guitar have 3 numbering systems. One numbering system for the strings, another numbering system for the fingers, another numbering system for the frets. You have to know those things. It can get tricky and confusing, but you have to remember those numbering systems. You have to, Elizabeth, you have to remember 3 sistemas de números. Uno para las cuerdas, otro para los dedos y otro para los espacios que se llaman frets. Trastes en español. All right, so I'm kind of going from piano to guitar, and I'll talk about violin in a little bit. But I did say I wanted to show you where middle C was, and that's right here. Tell me if it sounds the same. Middle C with guitar, right? Middle C with piano. You hear the same note, huh? Again, middle C, middle C. Middle C, middle C. Okay, now I'm going to do a scale. I'm going to do it with piano, then I'll do it with guitar. I'm going to do a C scale. You can see that, okay, right there. Okay, so first of all, find middle C. Okay. If you have a guitar, just be patient, watch this, and I'll show you in a minute the C scale with the guitar. Right now I'm doing piano. First finger of the right hand on the middle C, right here. Okay, right here. And then followed by the second finger, so it's 1, 2, 3. Okay. If I was gonna go 5 notes, I just continue. But I'm gonna do 8 notes. So if you're gonna do 8 notes, you don't have 8 fingers on this hand, right? You don't have 8 fingers, you only have 5. So we're gonna break it down into groups. We're gonna do 1, 2, 3. Okay? And then the thumb, you're gonna go under the middle finger. You can see that on the camera. You're gonna go under the middle finger and start again. Right? Well, actually, you would continue with number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Notice how you ended up on C. Here's 2 black keys, and the white key on the left side of that, that's C. That's another C. All right? So for piano people, this is how you do it. 1, 2, 3, under, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I'm doing one hand at a time. I'll do the left hand in a minute. Now, if you go backwards, you go, you go backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you go backwards 5, right? So actually, that would be 5. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. And then after you have no more fingers, right? You use the middle finger over. Right? So going backwards, you use the middle finger, right? 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna do it without talking. Okay, so listen up. You can go back and skip that last note because you already did it. So you just kind of do this. Okay, just wanted to clarify the last note. When you're going back, you don't have to do it twice. You could, but it just sounds better if you don't. So let's do that again. I kind of missed that, so I'll do it one more time. I kind of missed the last note, but without talking, right? Check the camera. It's good? Okay. All right, so that was with the right hand for piano, folks. Now with the left hand, I'm gonna do the same thing, right? But I'm also gonna start in the middle because I'm doing this scale right here. Can you see the poster? So I'm doing this. So right now I did a C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, and then C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C. Right? I went up and then I went down. When you're going down, on the written notes, you always read going that way. You never, so if I was going to start here, which I am I'm going to start here with my left hand. Technically, it would look like this, right? You never move back this way. You always move forward, but you can move down forward or up forward, right? Forward is always the key, but you can move down forward, right? Puede ser para abajo, para adelante. Nunca se mueve para atrás. Puede ir para abajo, pero siempre en el tiempo es para adelante. The time is always moving forward, right? There's never you never go back to the past, right? You always go forward. You can go down, but you go forward. Anyway, so I just wanted to point that out because it looks awkward when I'm saying I'm going this way. Technically, I'm going this way. C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C. That's how I'm going to be going, okay? Now I'm going to do it with the left hand. Okay, with the left hand. Okay, you can see me right there? Okay. So I'm tilting the keyboard up. Find your middle C. Okay, first finger. 1, 2, 3. The same thing. After the third finger, you go under with the thumb. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then back down. You already pressed 8, so you go 7, 6. Those are the notes. So if it sounds weird, It's, you know, because there's two numbering systems, one for the fingers, one for the notes. So let me do that again. The numbering system I'm using, just know that I'm starting with finger 1, 2, and 3, and then back to finger 1, 2, okay? But the notes, the numbers I'm saying right now are gonna be the number of the notes, right? So 1, let me put this under here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. When you finish, you bring the middle finger. 3, 2, 1. Now without talking. Start in middle C. All right, so that's how you do a scale. Now I'm gonna do it without picking up the keyboard. You wanna have a chair that makes your elbows have a, what do we call this, a 90-degree angle. You don't want your elbows to be too high or too low. You want your elbows to be pretty much at a right angle. Okay, so I'm gonna do the middle scale. Okay. Now this hand. All right, so we're back again. Our transmission was cut off, so this will look as a separate video. All right, I'll try to edit and put them together for those of you that are watching in the future. In any case, we'll continue. We'll continue with the with our scale. All right. All right. So that was the scale with the piano, the C scale. With the guitar. So you have C, right? But again, middle C, right? So I'm gonna go up in notes. So that B, E, F, G, A, B, C, and backwards. C, B. And let me start again, guys. So we have C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, C, D, A, G, F, E, B, C. All right, there's actually a pattern for this one. There's different patterns, right? I didn't use a pattern for that. I just used the starting from C, right? From C on A. So actually, this is a different pattern to be clear. So it's C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So this is one octave, right? One octave. All right, so that's how you do it on guitar. You can do it from the top string, just find your C, right? This is E, F, G, A, B, C. So this is your C. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Your 8th fret, right? Let's see, 1, 2, let's see, E, F, G, A, B, C. Yep, right here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 frets. It's your C. So you can start there. Skip a fret. So it's C, B, A. Let me start again. E, F, G, E, F, G, A, B, C. Okay, so if we do this pattern is with the middle finger on the C, right? Basically, this pattern you can do it on any I guess on any note. You start at the top, right? Usually people start with G, so you go G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D. Wait, let's see. D, E, F sharp, G. Okay. This pattern is it's 2 notes, right? So you go middle, skip a finger, and go right here. So 1, 2. You go 1 string down, and then you move forward on the fret. So you go. So you go 1, 2. Next string. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. So right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can continue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so this is a different pattern. So anyway, so this pattern I'm gonna do it with the C note on the top string. So let me just find that. So we got F, G, A, B, C right here. So let's do the scales. C, B, E, F, G, A, B, C, and backwards. C, B, E, F, G, A, B, C. Again, C, B. All right, folks, so we're back live. We were recording earlier. We had problems with the internet and we got cut off, so we're back. So with violin, violin is the same thing, right? We have the strings 1, 2, 3, 4 from the bottom up, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. The names of the strings for violin are E, D, A, no, E. E is the bottom one. Okay, there you go. So my daughter is a violin player, so she's corrected me. All right, so we'll start from the bottom up. E. The string 1 is E. String 2 is A. String 3 is D. String 4 is G. Okay, or from the top down is G, D, A, E. Is that right, Daddy? Yes. So there are notes, right? For every this one doesn't have frets like the guitar. You want to have a one of the support for your shoulder, right? And you want to make sure you put rosin on the bow, and then you open it just enough, like you know. Once you have a measurement, you can use your finger, but everyone's fingers is different size. So make sure that your bow is stretched properly where it makes the right sound, right? This one, I asked my daughter for help, so she stretched this one for me. And there's rosin. So I'm gonna play the C scale. Can we see over here, Yada, the C scale? The C scale, right? For violin, the violin doesn't go all the way down here. It's G. Where is this G, Yada? Right here? Yeah. So let's focus on this one, right? This G right here. This is your open G in violin. So let me strum it up. Pizzicato, right? They call it pizzicato without the bow. So this G right here, that's that one, right? The next open string going up, I guess. Up on. Okay, so it's G, this one, and then it's D, this one right here, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, okay, Yada? And then A is this one right here, and then E is right here. So this string can make notes all the way up to here. So it's G, A, B, C. So it's G, right here, G, right? The next string starts right here, D, and then the next string starts right here, A, and the last string is right here. And you can go higher, right? You can go higher by pressing down. Now you point over here. Okay, so now I have to find this C, right? So that C would actually be part of my, I can actually do it in two forms. That middle C in the violin, I can do it with the third string, right? By pressing down right here, right? Got it? That's my middle C. Let me bow that for a little bit. How does that sound? Okay. Let's see. Now I'm new to violin, so I'm kind of looking on the side of, with my eyes. Like some people, they're new, they do this, right? So they can see. But this is not the proper way to hold it. The proper way to hold it is, now all these things I kind of learned from class right here over the last couple of years. But I've been focusing on guitar, so now I'm gonna try to focus on the other instruments so I can teach or help to teach or guide practice through the live streams. So you position the violin right here, right? And you use the chin rest right here, right? So naturally by this position, your eyes are that way, right? You're not supposed to turn your head because now you're not holding the violin correctly. If you're holding it correctly, you should be able to hold it without hands. Right, Gary?
Yeah, but you do this, not this.
You do what?
You do like when you're doing the violin.
Oh, it's on the side. The side.
Not like this.
So it's not like this. It's like this, right?
You do it like
Is it better? Okay, so don't put your head towards the strings. I know, even though I'm doing that, okay, I'll try not to do that. How's that? So I can learn properly too. Thank you, Yada, for helping me. How's this? Better? Okay, so don't put your chin on it. Put the side of your chin, right? The side of your chin. Is that better? And ideally, you should be able to hold it like this, without hands, right? I mean, this hand needs to be free so you can press down, right? So I already bowed the middle C, right? Which is this one. Let me do that again. So I'm gonna roll my eyes a little bit just because I'm new to this, but ideally you're supposed to just do it by knowing where to press, right? So this is middle C. That's middle C right here. You can also do it on the top string by pressing on the pinky all the way down here. So you always hold down the other notes and then this one, right? Let's see how that sounds. Sounds like middle C, right? That's middle C. Or right here. I'm gonna do it right here because I'm gonna do a scale, right? So I'm gonna go C all the way up and C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. C, D would be open, yeah. I'm going up, right? So actually this is C, right? So it's C. All right, so if this is okay, so let me just go with the open strings. This is what is this open, Dad? This one right here. Okay, let me just start from the beginning. E, A, D, G. E, A, D, G. E, A, D. So this is open D. Okay, so let me just bow on the D. D, E. This is sharp F, huh? F sharp. F sharp. Isn't this G, Adam? What note is this? G, right?
I can't see.
Yeah, this is G. So that's not middle C. Right? Middle C, this was actually G. Yeah, remember that because of this poster right here. Can you see the poster? Let me blow that a little bit. Let's see. Okay, let me move this guitar out of the way. So this G right here, that's gonna be this G right here. Okay, right here, right? Again, G. So I'm gonna do this bar just to kind of get acquainted or kind of warm up, right? So I just kind of started without any practice, and so let me play that a little bit. G G G A B A G B A G. Let's try that. Okay, again. Okay, that was the top bar. One more time. G, 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 A, B, A, G, B, A, G. All right, so now that I play this section of notes, now I remember that this note right here is actually a G. So not a C, right? So this is D, open D, A, wait. So this is D, D, so D, E, F, G, there you go. D, E, F, G, D, E, F, G, A, right? So I'm trying to find the middle C. Yeah, do you know where middle C is? Can you tell me?
3 fingers on G.
3 fingers on G. So on G, okay. So then I go back to what I said before on the top string, right? Right? 3 fingers, so you go 1, 2, 3 right here. So because this is open G, so it's G, A, B, C, there you go. So just to correct that, the middle C is 3 fingers, like this. You can see that? Am I holding it correctly? Yeah. So this, it's open G, and then 1, 2, 3 fingers. So it's open G, A, B, C, right? Okay. Let's see. So I'm gonna try to do the scale now. So remember, guys, this video is for practice. So if I'm not perfect, I'm learning this, right? And the idea behind this video is to encourage you to practice along at home, right? It's not easy, you know, but it gets easier the more you do it. And that's kind of what I'm trying to inspire folks out there, right? So we got C. So now that I found middle C, I was actually wrong in the prior times I was talking about middle C being 1 string down like this, but that was G. Okay, so let's go back to the top string, 3 fingers on the top string. That's G, right? I mean C. Yeah, that sounds better. Yep. So if we were wrong and we found our way, that's a good thing, because that's how we learn. We made mistakes and we found our way. So that's good, right? So this is a guided practice. So we're practicing, and along with the practice, we're gonna make errors. But the important thing is, if we're able to fix our own errors, that means our practice is improving. All right, so having said that, let's continue. C, C. Where's B, Yaren?
One.
So we have C. Okay, wait. We're actually going up. So that's C, D, right? So D is next. D would be open, right? Yeah, so it's C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. That was good. That was okay, right? That was the scale. That was the C scale. So that was actually quite easier than I imagined. You just kind of keep moving up in the notes. What's nice about the violin is that like this is this violin has stickers to place. Though my daughter said that this one is too far out according to what she learned, but so that I just remember to think that it's a little bit closer down here. Anyway, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 stickers, or 4. The stickers are for beginners, right? Once you know, you just leave a space, right, for the first finger. Leave another space for the second finger. Third, it's right next to it, and then a little space. This is the placement. You see that for violin. So once you know that, the nice thing about this placement is that because it starts on the G, your F is an F sharp with that position. And you don't even need to think about it. You just know that because violin starts with the G, you're already in the key of G, right? Like if you think about it that way. So let's do G, A, B, C. So right here, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Now backwards. All right, any more practice going backwards, right? But this is a C scale. All right, so that's the scale on violin, and I'm not, maybe the last month or so, I started focusing a little more on violin, just so I can help teach my daughter and also, encourage you guys to practice along, So I'm more proficient with guitar, the second proficiency piano, and third violin. My fourth instrument that I want to learn is ukulele. So the nice thing about learning the theory is that it'll help you with all the instruments, right? So once again, let's practice the C scale. I gotta find my, there we go. All right, just we gotta keep practicing. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Again. So those are the things that you have to practice. Another thing that I didn't mention earlier is about your hand. Can you see that right here, Danny? All right. So your hand, for those of you that play instruments, especially guitar, violin, and maybe other instruments, I really, really recommend you trim your nails. If you want to learn guitar and you don't want to trim your nails, Leave them long on the right side, but really short. Like you have to cut them out completely on the left, because for guitar, let me show you, and also for violin, right? But this is probably gonna show better on the camera. You have to press with the tip of your finger, not flat like this. And at least not when you're doing the bar chords, but for the notes, you press from the top like this with the fingertips. And there's gotta be open space. Can you see that? Down here, there's open space. It's hard to see. I know it's hard to see, but there's, you know, and if you have long nails, let me just hold it backwards or on the left. If you have really long nails like I do on the right hand, you see, you can't even touch the string. You see the nails are on the way. They're chipping away at your guitar. Si tiene guitarra, tiene que cortarse las uñas de la mano izquierda, como esta. Porque si están largas, como esta, van a cortar su madera. You're going to chip away the wood. And as Kenny, shout out to Ken Shaw, who told us this. If you don't trim your nails, you're gonna chip away your fretboard, and the wood does not grow back. La madera de tu guitarra ya no crece. The wood doesn't grow back. Your nails grow back. So look at the difference. Short nails. If you don't want to trim your nails, honestly, you're not gonna sound good. Like, that's just what I've experienced with my, you know, learning myself. And everybody that plays really good, their nails are short on the fret hand. If you don't want to, maybe, you know, maybe some other instrument that doesn't require you that. But if you want to play guitar, this hand, really short. I have to stress that because when we have our gallery open and people show up, like they don't want to trim their nails, and that's okay. They just have to know that they're not gonna sound like this is a G chord, right? It's gonna sound clean. Look, hear it, check it out. Every string, let me play it slowly. Again. If I had long nails, they would prevent me from reaching. So I would bend them down and you would mute some of the chords. So with long nails, this is what it's gonna sound like. Well, actually that wasn't that bad, but like, cause I have short nails, so, but let's do this. Let me do my long nails on this side, or backwards, just to kind of, oh, this is really hard. You see? No bueno, no. Long nails, no bueno. No sirve para guitarra. Okay? This hand, look, you see the difference? Yeah, right here. Short nails, long nails. Short nails, long nails. These are long because these are for strumming. So let me do that. So again, if you don't want to cut your nails on this hand, just don't play guitar unless you want to sound like really awful. Just that's how it's going to sound. Like, I have to be honest with you. So really short nails for the left hand. And this is optional, the long nails, because you can also use a, a guitar pick. Let me bring out my guitar pick. Right? If you don't want to have long nails for, you know, if you have trouble keeping them clean or whatever, you can always use a pick. The way you hold a pick, you make like a thumbs up like this. You put it right here, and you press down. You don't hold it like this, no. You hold it like this. Like you bend, you put your fingers down. You close your fingers in like this, and you put it with the pointy part like this. Okay, and this is how you hold it. It'll give you a good grip. You can use the pick. Or long nails for this hand only. And you just strum the entire fingers, or one finger, or the thumb up, but short nails for the fret hand, the left hand. All right, so while I'm actually, but this is important for violin too, because the fretboard, a violin is out of memory. Comments? No, what's going on over there?
It's called a fingerboard.
Thank you. What's called the fingerboard? Yes, this part right here is called the fingerboard for violin, right? Yes, thank you, Yada. My daughter's corrected me on the terminology. So for guitar is the fretboard because you have frets, right? Short nails. For violin, what is it called?
Fingerboard.
The fingerboard. There's no frets. There's no frets, right? Like this one has stickers, but that's like somebody put them on there to learn. All right. So this is called the fingerboard, right? So this part is your fingerboard, right? If you had long nails, you wouldn't be able to make the notes, and you would be destroying your instrument. So if you care for your instrument, cut your nails, and you'll sound a lot better, and you'll protect your instrument. If you don't want to cut your nails, just know you're not going to sound good, and you're going to damage your instrument. So also parents know that if your child is learning, you have to stress that out. It's a little detail that goes a long way, right? So the nails, they grow back, right? The wood on the guitar, it doesn't grow back. It's pretty much damaged. Okay. So now that I'm done talking about that, and I did the C scale on the violin, Yada, can you point the camera to those guitar chords over there? The last two posters? That board and that poster? If you can see both, yeah? Kinda? You can move the camera down like tilted. Is that light on the way or is okay? It's good? Okay. So actually I'm gonna use this stick to highlight. So these are guitar chords, right? So in fact, let me do this. These are guitar chords. This is how that is, right? Like, can you see? Let me see. You see this right here? Yeah? That line is this little line right here. The nut of the guitar. This line right here is the first fret. This second line right here is the second fret, the little metal right here. This one's the third. And that's how, just wanted to illustrate, that's how that is, right? These are all chords. This is the C major, A minor chord, D minor, the G7, okay? This is G, E minor, A minor, this one, and this one is the same, you see? And this is D7. Now, okay, now that you know what I mean by first fret, second fret, okay? Open strings is like this. So if I don't know if you can zoom in a little bit to this part. Can you zoom into this part? Yeah? A little bit? I just want to show you that, because I want to make a point to, yeah, you can zoom in. Okay, good. So on the guitar, this is the bottom string. This is string 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are the number of the strings when the guitar is open, when the strings are open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? And then the name of the open strings are E, A, D, G, B, A, or backwards, right? E, B, G. Oh, it's harder to go backwards. Let me try that again. So E, A, D, G, B, A. A, B, G, D, A, and G. So the reason why I wanted to force myself to remember it backwards is because these are little details that will help you. So you want to keep that in your mind, like try to memorize these things, right? E, A, E, A, D, G, B, A, B, G, D, A, G. These are open, right? Well, okay. On this chord, they're not open. The ones that are open have a little circle. You can see the little circle on the camera? Okay, so when I was naming the open chords, I was actually probably showing you on the fretboard, right? That's what I meant. You can see that right here. So we got G, A, D, G, B, A. Or backwards, A, B, D, excuse me. Let me start again. E, B, G, D, A, E. Okay. So that's what I meant when they're open. But when you have a picture of the chords, the circles means that string is open. So I'm gonna hold the C for this one. Now what's nice about this poster, it gives you the number of the fingers, right? So you have a finger 1, 2, 3, 4, right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. This says that finger 1 is on string number 2 of the first fret. That means this finger's like this. You can see that on the camera, right? And then finger 2 is on the 4th string of the 2nd fret, right? So finger 1, finger 2 right here, right? And then finger 3 is right here. This is actually our middle C. And you're gonna strum that. Let me see if I can do it. I don't have a guitar strap to hold this, so it's gonna be tough. Hold it this way. Let me sit down and do that, okay? So basically, finger 1, finger 2, finger 3. We put finger 4 here just so you know the number, but for this chord, there's no finger 4. If it has a circle, that string needs to be clear. That string needs to be clear. If it has a little X, you do not strum this string. So for this chord, we're going to strum from C down. From this finger down, we're going to strum like that. Let me show you. Let me show you over here. You can see this right here, yeah? Yeah? So you're going to strum from the 5th string down. Okay? So now let me have a seat, and basically, that's what I was trying to explain. 1, 2, 3. Right? Let's see how that sounds. Okay. So, point over here. Okay. So I'm going to strum that C chord. Make sure that the fingers, your nails are really trimmed, very short, las uñas bien cortadas. Okay? Si no están cortadas, go cut them right now or play another instrument. So we strum from the 5th string down. You can use the finger pick. The guitar pick. Finger picking would be using the nails. One thing about the right hand having long nails is you can use that instead of a guitar pick. You can use finger picking style. The finger picking style is a different. It has a different feel. It's still the same chord. So this is my C chord. C chord like this. You can do it every individual string actually from the. Or you can do individual ones, right? Or you can use a finger for each string. This is called finger picking style. So use the thumb nail for the top, the first note of the chord, I guess. And then this 3 fingers for the last 3 strings. And you just go in order. And you can bring it back down. So it's kind of like, this has a good feeling to play this way. And your fingers, they're gonna hurt a little bit if you're new. Look, you can see the string markings on there. All right, but it's gonna go away with time. This is gonna become hard. You're gonna get like a callus, like it's gonna be strong. And that's okay. If you're gonna be a guitar player, that's okay. It's not gonna cut your finger, it's just gonna make it stronger. But short nails, this hand could be long or short. If you have short nails, use a finger pick. I mean a guitar pick. All right, so A minor, yeah, put the camera to A minor. You know where it says A minor? Yeah, that's the next chord. And zoom in a little bit over there. All right, so my daughter's showing you to do A minor. All right, I'm not going to talk about A major because I don't have it here. But A minor is basically first finger. Can you see that first finger right here? Second finger on the 4-string second fret. Third finger on the second fret, 3rd string. So it's going to look like this. The pinky is not going to do anything. You can put it right here to help press the other, you know, kind of like it's just resting. Este no hace nada, nomás está como aquí descansando. And then you're going to strum from the open A string down. That's why we call it the A, because the first note is A. This note is an A. When you go, you're going to strum down, that's going to be an A. It's minor because we move this note to over here. Okay, and there's more reasons why that's minor. Well, we're not going to talk too much about that, but we're just going to play that. Okay, so let me sit down. I got to get a guitar strap next time. Okay, so you're pointing over there, right? Okay, so while you're pointing over there, I'm gonna sound out the strings. That's the sound of that chord of the A minor. That's the sound of the A minor string by string. Now let me do that together. Okay. All right, and actually, all right, now point this way down. Point this way, okay. So now that I went over C and A major, excuse me, A minor. So now I'm gonna strum those 2 chords, C, right? C right here. So let me do that 4 times. C, C. And then you switch to A minor. Okay, so those charts were meant to play in sequence, and that's called guitar chord progression. It's kind of like you're shifting chords every time, right? So that's C, A minor. Okay, D minor, point over to the D minor again. So on the D minor, this one right here, the same, similar idea, right? Remember I talked about how, I talked about the X's? That means we're not gonna strum this string. This string is out of the equation. And this one, like, those 2 X's are out of the equation. And this is the D string. So this is open D. We're gonna strum from here down while holding in this position, right? Finger 1, 1st string, 1st fret, finger 2, 2nd fret, 3rd string, finger 3, 3rd fret, second finger. Okay, so now let me show you how that looks. And then switch up instrument. Okay, let me fix my guitar. There you go. D minor, right? There you go. So D minor, we said that the first finger, from the diagram I showed you, the first finger is on the first string, right? Second finger is on the third string, right? And then my third finger is on this one right here, on the second string, third fret. So I'm gonna play some backwards, like 3, 2, okay, that's the wrong term. I'm gonna start placing them from the third finger first, second finger second. So it helps to start this way for me. I don't know, you can probably do it this way, but you wanna, when you become better, I noticed that like people just land on the chord. So if you're new, it helps if you start here, because it'll give you like an anchor, right? But you still have, you can't really change it. Like, at least, you know, there's bar chords, but that's different, right? But for this position, it's like this. Let me. All right, so I switched up to the electric guitar, and the reason why I switched up to electric guitar is because some folks, they say, oh, you know, electric guitar, acoustic guitar, the chord positions are the same. They're in the same, you know, there's the same notes, you know? The notes are not going to change. They're very similar. They're different in the way that they make sound. Anyways, this is D minor. All right, the last one, point to G7 again. Okay, if you can see, G7 is very similar to C. G7, basically the finger 2 and finger 3 move up 1. You can see the 2 on the camera, the 2 chords. You can see, because this is kind of like important. Yeah, you actually can see. All right, let's zoom in a little bit. All right, so the C chord, this one right here, and the G7 are very similar. Son muy similares. Shout out to Isabel Meyer watching us. So the C major and the G7 are very similar. They're very similar, but they're different, right? Actually, now that I look at it, you know, this is the 1, 2, and 3. You know, here's the 1, 2, and 3 finger, right? So for the G7, you move this one down, and the 2 1 up, and the 3 1 up. So you can see, you move down here. This one you went up, and this one you went up. So for the G7, you're gonna strum everything. And the 3 strings in the middle, this one, and this one are going to be open, is denoted by the circles, right? So we have G, G7 chord is like this. Finger 1, first string, first fret. Finger 2, second fret, 5th string. Finger 3, 3rd fret, 6th string. All right, now that's going to sound like this. Right here to the guitar now. I just want to go over those strings, right? And I mean those chords. All right, so that's gonna. All right, so let me do the G7. There you go. Now this you're not gonna learn today if you don't know it, but at least you're gonna learn how to get started. If you know how to do chords, then you can actually strum in this order and go C, A minor, D minor, G7, and that's gonna sound like this. If you're new, don't be discouraged. Start with just trying to get this chord down, right? Just try to do that all day, you know, if you're new. And then move to the next chord. And then move to the next chord.